I want us all to watch this video together. I want us to hear what she says is her. She identifies it herself as an unpopular opinion, and then let's come back and talk about it.
I got an unpopular opinion, but I think that Donald Trump might be the best thing that ever happened to America. And I'm not trolling. Hear me out. See, I didn't say that because I support his politics or praise his policies. I said it because for the first time in a long time, America is being forced to look at itself in the mirror, and it's extremely uncomfortable. Ugly, messy, but necessary. See, Trump didn't invent division, racism, or greed. He just ripped the bandage off the wound that the country's been pretending doesn't exist. And in doing so, he made people who were asleep finally wake up. He made people start asking real questions. Why are rights being stripped away? Why is truth under attack? Why are so many clinging to power when the rest of us can barely afford rent or mortgage? See, this is not about loving or hating Donald Trump. This is about understanding that the chaos that is Trump exposed the fractures in our foundation. And sometimes you gotta break it to rebuild it stronger. And now maybe, just maybe, we'll finally have the discussions about race, history, class, democracy that everybody's been avoiding for decades. So go ahead and drop a comment. Agree, disagree with me, educate me, whatever you want. Because if we don't talk about it now, when will we?
The first thing that I would say in response to this woman is that I don't think I could educate you. You sound like a very educated woman, and I agree with a vast majority of what you have to say. There are uncomfortable conversations that need to be had in this country. There are self-reflective moments that need to be undertaken in this country. But here's my problem. And Trump is making people, I agree that Trump is making people that were asleep start to ask questions, start to be involved. My problem is this, is that, and it's that we have a history of this, right? We had to ask ourselves uncomfortable questions and look in the mirror after the genocide of the indigenous people. But it didn't stop our nation from being oppressive towards indigenous people. We had to take a deep look at ourselves and self-reflect after slavery. But it didn't stop this nation from being oppressive towards people of color. We had to do deep dive reflective views after Japanese internment camps. But it didn't stop this nation from turning its nose down at people like Japanese people, because we viewed all of them as being in the same basket as the ones who attacked us. The same thing has happened over the course of our nation's history when it came to women's rights, when it came to the rights of people in the LGBTQ plus community, when it came to more recently in our memories, when it came to people of the Muslim faith after 9/11. And we keep having this same conversation when it comes to the slaughter of our own citizens at the hands of people with easy access to guns, right? I mean, we had to do deep reflective looks every time another lunatic walked into a school and shot somebody up, from Columbine to Parkland to those little kids in their first grade class getting slaughtered. And the problem is that we never change, unfortunately. Or the change is extraordinarily slow. Extraordinarily slow. So can we have these reflective moments and these conversations without allowing fascism to take hold? And I'm not saying that you wanted Donald Trump to become president. I'm just, this is my knee-jerk reaction to the world, right? To the whole country. Can we not have these reflective conversations and do a deep dive as to what our problems are when it comes to racial inequality, sexual inequality, equality of every nature, economic, class, all of it? Can we not have these conversations without getting to the point where the fucking rights are already being taken away? Where fascism has taken hold, where things like parts of Project 2025 are being implemented left and right now. Can we not have the conversation before we get to that point? Or do we need to always have that conversation after? Why is it always with us? It's we have to go through the bad shit and then we have that conversation. And then we still don't change. What Donald Trump and the Republicans are doing right now happened 100 years ago. And happened 100 years after that. And guess what? 100 years from now, guess what's going to be happening? The next Donald Trump. So how about we have these reflective conversations and these deep moments that need to be had without the fascism actually taking hold?